Ever found yourself staring at your Questrade accounts, perhaps a TFSA bursting with gains, a dormant RRSP, or a margin account with some idle cash, and thought, how do I get my money or investments from here to there without a massive headache? If so, you're in the right place. This isn't about transferring money into Questrade from an external bank or out to your personal bank account. This video is specifically focused on the internal mechanics, how to seamlessly shift funds and assets between your different Questrade accounts. We'll cover the step-by-step process, delve into important considerations like tax implications for registered accounts, discuss processing times, and share some pro tips to make your transfers as smooth as possible. So, let's demystify internal Questrade transfers. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking to fine-tune your portfolio or just starting to diversify your accounts, understanding these processes is key to maximizing your Questrade experience. First up, let's talk about transferring cash between your Questrade accounts. This is often the simplest and quickest type of internal transfer. Imagine you've got some uninvested cash sitting in your margin account, and you want to move it into your TFSA to take advantage of that precious contribution room. Or perhaps you've received a dividend payment in one account and want to consolidate it elsewhere. The process for transferring cash is incredibly user-friendly. You'll start by logging into your Questrade account. Once you're in, navigate to the Move Money section. You'll typically find this prominently displayed in the main navigation bar. Within the Move Money section, you'll see an option for Transfer. Click on that. From there, you'll be presented with a choice, Transfer Funds or Transfer Investments. For cash, you'll select Transfer Funds. Now, the system will prompt you to select your From account. This is where the cash is currently located, and your To account. This is where you want the cash to go. Questrade provides a convenient drop-down menu for each, listing all your eligible accounts. After selecting your accounts, you'll enter the dollar amount you wish to transfer. Crucially, you'll also select the currency, CAD or USD. Questrade accounts support dual currencies, which is a fantastic feature, allowing you to move Canadian dollars to a Canadian dollar-denominated portion of an account, or US dollars to a US dollar-denominated portion. If you need to convert funds from one currency to another, say CAD to USD, it's generally recommended to do this before or after the transfer using Questrade's Exchange Funds feature, which you can also find under the Requests tab. This helps ensure clarity on the transfer amount and avoids any unexpected currency conversions during the transfer process itself. Once you've entered the amount and selected the currency, simply hit the Submit button. You'll usually see a confirmation screen, giving you a chance to review the details before finalizing. It's always a good idea to double-check everything, especially the From and To accounts and the amount. What's the typical processing time for cash transfers? Most internal cash transfers within Questrade are processed quite quickly, often within 1 to 3 business days. In many cases, you might even see the funds reflected in your destination account on the same day, especially if you initiate the transfer during business hours. However, it's wise to allow for the full 1 to 3 business days, especially if you're planning subsequent trades. Now, let's move on to the more nuanced aspect, transferring investments between your Questrade accounts. This is often referred to as an in-kind transfer, meaning you're moving the actual shares or units of an investment, rather than selling them for cash and then rebuying them in another account. This can be incredibly beneficial for tax purposes, particularly with non-registered accounts, as it avoids triggering a taxable event. The process for transferring investments is similar to transferring cash, but with a few extra steps. Again, you'll log into your Questrade account, go to Move Money, and click on Transfer. This time, you'll select Transfer Investments. On the next screen, you'll again choose your From and To accounts from the drop-down menus. This is where precision is key. After selecting your accounts, you'll need to specify which investments you want to transfer. Questrade provides a search function where you can enter the ticker symbol or the name of the investment. Once you find the investment, click on it to add it to your transfer request. You'll then specify the number of shares or units you want to transfer. Once you've added all the investments and their respective quantities, you'll review your request and click Submit. Just like with cash transfers, a confirmation screen will appear for your review. Take your time to ensure all the details are accurate before confirming. One crucial consideration when transferring investments, especially between different types of registered accounts, like a TFSA to an RRSP or a margin account to a TFSA, is the tax implication. When you transfer investments into a registered account, like a TFSA or RRSP, from a non-registered account, like a margin or cash account, the transfer is considered a disposition or sale at market value for tax purposes. This means that if your investment has appreciated in value since you purchased it, you will realize a capital gain. This gain will be taxable in the year of the transfer, even though you haven't actually sold the investment for cash. Conversely, if the investment has lost value, you would realize a capital loss. Questrade will generally use the market value of the investment on the date of the transfer request to determine the contribution amount for registered accounts. You might even have options as to which price is considered the market value for stocks, options, and ETFs, typically the high of the day, low of the day, or closing price. It's a good idea to add a comment to your request specifying which price you'd like Questrade to use for tax reporting purposes. For transfers between registered accounts of the same type, e.g., TFSA to TFSA or RRSP to RRSP, there are generally no immediate tax implications or impact on your contribution room as long as it's for the same individual. However, transferring out of an RRSP to a non-registered account, for example, is treated as a withdrawal and will be subject to withholding tax and may incur deregistration fees. It's absolutely vital to understand these tax implications before initiating any investment transfers between different account types. If you're unsure, consulting with a tax professional is highly recommended to avoid any unexpected tax liabilities or impacts on your contribution room. Questrade's learning resources also provide detailed information on this, so be sure to check those out as well. The processing time for investment transfers can be a bit longer than cash transfers. Typically, it takes around 1 to 3 business days, but it can sometimes extend to 4 to 5 business days, especially if the transfer results in the originating account being closed. This additional time accounts for settlement periods for the securities, which is the time it takes for the ownership of the investment to officially transfer. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.